What's going on? It's the Talkin Baseball pregame show, the first ever. We've been running through these as practice rounds, and now we're live. Hopefully we get through this okay. Hopefully the technology monster doesn't shove itself in our face. My name's Jimmy. We got Jake over here, and Trev coming to you from California. Baseball's back. Trev, how excited are you?
Dude, I'm so excited to actually talk about games, not labor negotiations, not predictions, nothing. Just the games.
Just the games.
Well, too bad, because we're going to deep dive into the potential playoff format. No, we're not doing any of that, but it's crazy they're still doing it. And yeah, man, it still almost doesn't seem real. I need to see Max Scherzer staring and looking mean on that mound, and hopefully the rain doesn't stop that, but we got three great teams out tonight.
Three great teams.
Three great teams and the Giants. Sorry.
Oh, come on, Jake, right away.
I'm sorry about it.
All right, so the pregame show is going to go like this. We're going to run through the games quickly, really quickly, every game that's being played today. Jake's going to have a specific game or player that he is looking out for and wants to tell you why. Trev will have the same thing. I will have the same thing. Then we're going to do the Homer draft at the end. That's always fun. And then we do have some fun random prop bets or over-unders that we're going to try and do as well. That's the idea behind this. Jake, can you tell us this first game? Because I logged myself out of all of my Gmails.
Everything.
And I don't have access to them right now.
The first baseball game tonight is the 2020 World Champion New York Yankees versus the 2019 World Champion Washington Nationals. Garrett Cole versus Max Scherzer in the nation's capital. Fouch bomb thrown out the first pitch. What more could you want on opening night? You got the Yankees healthy for the first time in literally 2 years. Kind of insane. And the Nationals with their mix of old birds and Soto and Turner throughout the lineup. Should be a fun night in the nation's capital as long as the weather holds up.
Yes. Weather's always going to be an issue. Trev, do you think rainouts will be treated, if you were a player, this is the question, because without fans, they can, if tomorrow's skies in D.C. were completely clear tomorrow, and there's no fans where you're pissing off about 50,000 people that had tickets to opening day and now they don't get it, like, would you rather as a player than be like, just bang it and let's do it tomorrow? Or do you think they're more likely, because there's no fans that they have to send home or stick around, the players like, hey, just hang tight, 3 hours, 5 hours, we're playing today? How would you want them to go about rain delays this season?
Every baseball player is going to tell you the same thing. Like, if there's a chance of rain tonight, or it's going to rain tonight and we have that day tomorrow, let's just bang it. Let's get out of here early. Let's not wait around. That's the one thing that players hate more than anything. And I'm sure fans feel the same way too. It's that waiting around. Typically in a regular season when there is fans in the stands, they do it so fans buy some concessions and some beers real quick. Then they'll bang it. Like, there's been times, and this is kind of a shaky thing, there's been times where the players have known the game is banged and we leave. The fans don't hear that for another hour.
It happened to us last year at the Yankees game.
Yeah.
We had like a 3-hour deal before the game started where we got all you can eat, all you can drink up until a certain time. And as soon as the all you can eat, all you can drink ended, they banged the game. And then we couldn't get a refund on it because, we ate and drank stuff. So, yeah, that's shady. But whatever. All right, Trev, what's going on the West Coast? What
West
game
Coast
we got?
Is looking good. We got San Fran visiting the Dodgers. Obviously a storied rivalry, something that usually everybody's looking forward to. Two good teams this year. It's a little bit different. We got the Dodgers, who's just the most talented roster in the big leagues. I don't think that's even a question. Versus the Giants, who are in a something. I don't want to call it a rebuild, a retool, whatever they're in. It's not very competitive. But still fun to watch regardless of who the Dodgers are playing, because we get to see Mookie Betts in a Dodgers uniform officially for the first time. He got the bag. He got like 6 bags, 10 bags, whatever you want to call it. I mean, he got paid.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go. I mean, for them to get that done right before opening day, I think that was planned by them. They want this guy comfortable this year. They want to win a World Series.
Yeah.
They're sick of finishing second. Like, it's time. So they got this done, and we all know that these games, 60-game season, 2.7 wins per win. When you factor in over 162-game seasons, they know that these wins matter. So here we go. It's time for the Dodgers to put up or shut up.
Love it. Jake, do you have a specific thing you're looking out for?
I do.
That's
And
good because that's the whole show.
That's
You
one of the
have to have
segments
one.
on here. So
Yeah.
thank Gord I do. I wrote down, in very Jake fashion, I wrote down bullets and stairs.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant.
I know.
Yeah, you won't
Can't
be
wait.
able to decode Jake's notes. It's really good.
I know Trevor just watched Hamilton, so there's some bullets and some stairs. But no, I'm talking about this 60-game sprint season. We're going to take it easy on guys to start the year. Don't tell that to Cole and Scherzer. Those guys are going to be amped up wherever they're playing baseball. They're two absolute sickos. And I think it's going to be funny because I'm sure we're going to hear before the game like, Cole's got about 95 on him. I'm not sure how the Nats have been working Scherzer. But I think it's going to be funny come that 5th, 6th innings when the numbers get up there. And Cole and Scherzer might start looking in the dugout with a little bit of that. You better not come out here because it's the 5th inning. I'm Garrett Cole. I don't come out in the 5th inning. So I'm excited to see how much leash those guys actually get because with one good stare, I think they could get themselves another 5 pitches.
I mean, if Scherzer stares at you, you have to kill yourself.
Yeah,
and that's
no
like
option.
the golden rule. I mean,
No option.
You're not going to stare back at that guy. Imagine trying that. Insane. They did say Cole is good for 100. And Scherzer, I think, is always good for 100. So we'll see. I mean, they got to get themselves there, but nice. Some solid stares. 2 intense guys.
2 intense guys.
Okay. I mean, I still don't really understand bullets and stairs. I get the stairs part.
How many bullets they get. How many balls they get to throw. Come on.
Jake's saying they're
there.
gonna be like, you're done. No more bullets. And their response to that is gonna be a stare, which gives them more bullets.
Like if Garrett, how about this? I'll throw this out for both you guys.
Okay.
Let's say after the sixth inning, Garrett Cole gets pulled with 95 pitches. He's normally not done in that game. Do you think he's done today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on 95 and the 6, yeah.
There's so many things.
Yankees bullpen?
Yeah. There's a lot of factors. Is he rolling? Did he just have his first tough inning? I know, but I think I don't know.
Are his allergies acting up?
I'm watching out for it.
Okay. Trev, you got something?
I do. I'm curious to see the production level that MLB puts out. They've had a ton of time to get ready for this. For opening day. I mean, this is the big show here. We got Nationals, Yankees, Giants, Dodgers. We got the rest of the games tomorrow. But I want to see what they do, what different camera angles they do. Is anybody going to be mic'd up? We heard some ridiculous things about what Fox is going to do with people putting people in the stands virtually, which sounds so dumb to me.
Okay,
but
thank you. Jake and I had the same thought process on that.
I'm curious to see what they do with it because we've talked about this leading up to the season. There's an opportunity here for MLB to figure some things out with how they present the game to people watching on TV. That's obviously the biggest audience, is who's watching these games on TV. Let's see what they do. I don't have any inside info on that. I'm just curious. I want to see guys mic'd up. I want to see different camera angles. I want to hear the crowd noise actually sync up with what's going on in the games, because a lot of these times in the preseason games, it's been a little delayed, and that really
it is hard. It is a
me.
human pushing a button, so I give him a little bit of a break there. That's kind of hard.
Yeah, and I'll say this: is it dumb that they thought to put fake fans in the stands? Sure.
Did they probably spend so much money doing it and no one cares?
Absolutely.
So much money.
That being said, hey, maybe it's okay.
Maybe it's cool.
Maybe it's okay, but why?
Why? Yeah. And what I like, Trev, that Yes Network did is they just used tighter camera shots where you didn't see the empty seats. You know, they kind of framed their shots so you didn't see it all the time. And I thought that worked really well. So I like that. But I'm a production guy. I like looking at just give us replays of pitches. That's all I ask. And give us the behind the pitcher view so I can see the signs the catcher's putting down. I like that. I like knowing what pitch is coming.
I'm just curious, people are going to be looking at that because without being able to go to the games, this is where people are viewing the season. Now, this is your best chance to hook some people in. If it's horrible tonight, I think you lose a lot of fans for the rest of the season. So this is a big, big night for MLB.
That's good.
Good call, Trev.
I like that. Okay. It's also a big night for Gabe Kapler, and that's my what to watch for here. If you guys don't remember what Gabe Kapler did in his first series as a manager ever with the Phillies, I'll remind you, it was the most pitchers ever used in an opening series. He got ripped by an umpire and reported to the MLB for illegal use of a bullpen because he called in a reliever who hadn't warmed up in the bullpen yet and then needed to warm up extra on the mound. And, the papers went at him hard. Philly fans were like, are you kidding me? You're the new manager? They got blown out. He pulled the guy early. And it was just, I really do think it doomed him in Philly where he wasn't going to recover from that. So I don't think the Giants have a shot at the Dodgers today. I just think let's be competent today. Let's not make mistakes. Let's not get reported by MLB in your opening day, and let's not have an umpire publicly rip you. Just make a little bit of an improvement from your first game as a manager. That's all I'm saying.
It's tough on your guy, Trev.
It's tough. I pray one day, after he's had a decent run in San Fran and Booney's kind of over it, he's like, I don't need this. I'm going to go right off into the sunset in my, whatever. Where do people in New York go to vacation?
Florida.
Hamptons.
Florida. I'm going to go hang out in the Hamptons, whatever. And then Gabe Kapler comes in and runs the Yankees. I think he's an excellent manager. Did he have some hiccups? Sure, but who doesn't have some mistakes in their life? Jim.
Of course, but I'm just saying it did leave a bad first impression in Philly. I do think as soon as the contract was up, it was kind of like after that, he needed to really win it, and it was a bad start. So let's just have a good start, Gabe.
It's tough on Gabe.
I'm okay. Look, I'm okay with you saying that. Some of it is warranted. A lot of the Gabe hate is not warranted, but
I don't hate Gabe.
It is something to watch for. I think
Gabe's hilarious.
Fine,
but he had a bad opening series.
I think the Phillies' bigger problem with Gabe was the Braves and the Nationals being good.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a bad introduction to the fan base.
Yeah.
So
he's not a Philly guy. He's a San Fran guy.
Not a Philly guy. That was the biggest problem. You put a California guy in Philadelphia, it's like you can't have that tan and those muscles and that look in Philly.
Do you want me to tell you what his problem was? And I told Gabe this to his face.
Whoa.
It was the sunglasses. He came out with the aviators on, and that's a big choice as a manager.
Yeah.
What's my look going to be?
And it wasn't a Philly look.
No.
Charlie Manuel had a Philly look.
Yeah.
Old and ragged and like you sleep in the sewer sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a Philly manager.
I think people in Philly have a lot more in common with Gabe than they think. This guy works his ass off. He is the hardest worker I've ever
broke
seen.
up.
They don't
broke
care.
up.
The shades made a big difference. I'm curious to see what he comes out with in San Fran. I haven't really seen if he's got some designer shades on, if he's got some spectacles.
I heard rumors he was going bomber jacket and colored contacts. That's all. That's just what I heard.
I would love that.
Yeah. All right.
Just what he heard.
Moving on to Homer Draft. It's the Homer Draft. Everyone gets to pick 2 players that they think will homer. If a guy that you chose does homer, he's on your team tomorrow, and you get 2 new guys. Although we're not tomorrow's Friday, so we will be doing a show tomorrow. So I'll lead us off. How about that? I'm gonna go first pick in your guys' faces. My first pick is Corey Seager. Corey Seager has been tearing it up in these little mini games. He tore it up in spring training. There's a whole article about how he finally feels physically healthy. The long offseason was actually great for him. He's at a place, physical health-wise, he hasn't been in years. And in his very last at-bat versus Cueto, he took him deep, which was last September, not going that far back. And he also has 3 homers off Cueto and kind of really good numbers off him. So I'm taking Corey Seager with my first pick.
Imagine having Corey Seager and just forgetting about him on your lineup.
Yeah.
That's how good the Dodgers are.
Dodger fans hate him.
Yeah.
853 career OPS as a shortstop, and he's just forgotten about in LA.
Yeah.
The guy's a stud. So that's a
Should
good
I have
pick.
made him my second pick because you guys probably weren't snaking him? Sure. But I'm
know
not.
that.
He's my first pick.
You
Jake,
know what I'm about.
you go second, Jake.
You know what I'm about. I'm keeping it in the same game. There's a gentleman I like, and let's be honest, there's going to be a few Dodgers tonight because they've got the most favorable hitting matchup. I'm going with the guy, not the guy who got the bag, not the guy who got the MVP. How about the guy who got traded for 24 hours? Young Jock, boing. Jock got traded for a while. All he does is destroy right-handed pitching. I think, is he still in the leadoff hole for them? I know they did that for, Mookie might have jumped up there. Either way, I don't care. Peterson against righties is cake. Cueto time. I love Johnny. I hope he shoves this year, and then I hope he gets traded to a contender, and he's fun Johnny Cueto. But young Jock tonight.
Young Jock kind of has, Trev written all over it. He's the biggest enthusiast of young jocks. So, Trev, you get 2 picks in the snake draft.
Okay, we're just snaking it. Well,
Yep.
this is look. Typically, I wouldn't do this, but we only have 2 games to choose from tonight.
Right.
Yeah,
In the
yes.
other game, we got Garrett Cole and Max Scherzer on the
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah, only
So
2
I'm
games.
going 2 Dodgers. First one, this is an easy one. Mookie Betts, get paid. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the next thing.
Get
Live.
laid.
Get laid?
Get laid.
I don't know. It's 2020.
Does
guys.
he have
Get
a-
paid,
does
get
he have
laid,
a-
baby.
Yeah.
This guy's feeling saucy.
Mm.
Okay.
Hey
I don't care
now,
who's on the
you're
mound.
a porn star. Get laid.
I don't care who's on the mound. It's Mookie
a Bay
Betts
Area
in his
song.
Dodger debut after signing an enormous deal. Like this is his coming out party in LA. Let's go. I got Mookie Betts. That's just like a easy pick for me. I think I might ride him for like 4 days straight.
Oh,
He
okay.
might
I bet.
homer, he might pull a Christian Yelich 2019
Hot
go
start.
4 games in a row.
He's a little old for you, Trev. Be riding for that long.
Yeah, but he got the money. You know I like the sugar
He
daddy.
likes the sugar daddy.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of a young sugar daddy.
Yeah, he's a young
That's,
sugar daddy.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your
Sugar
second
da-
pick?
Okay, second pick. Moving on. Another sugar daddy, and this guy, I just love the matchup for him. He's facing Cueto. He's 11 for 31, has a 942 career OPS against Cueto. It's Justin Turner. The guy's got the perfect swing to launch one into the night in LA tonight. Those are my 2 guys. They're easy picks.
A lot of Dodgers. A lot of Dodgers going off the board. With my second pick,
Oh,
you go.
we just okay.
You go.
We just.
I was
He's
just
never
teasing.
done a draft
I was
before.
just teasing my second pick. I will get a second pick soon.
You will get a
Teaser.
second pick. Nice job, Trevor. Good job on the turn there.
Yeah.
I had a couple things going here. I figured Dodgers would be flying, and I didn't want to take the whole Dodgers lineup because you know what? Maybe Cueto does shove. I'm gonna go with the guy Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Okay.
He's looked incredible in the summer camp. He's healthy. He talked back to the media and said, like, I'm healthy. My injuries were freak injuries. When Daddy's right, he's right. He didn't say that. I might have worked that in at the end.
Oh, he said that under his breath.
But Aaron Judge also took Scherzer yard in the All-Star game.
Oh, yeah.
A couple years back. So watch out. He can get Scherzer. I think Scherzer might even be extra locked in on him, which sucks. But I'm looking for a bullpen home run on Judge because he's just looked silly. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Left
hit
to right field.
He's
Yes.
hit 14 home
yeah,
runs.
Park.
He's hit 14 home runs in summer camp. Give or take 10, I think.
Yeah.
It's around there. He's just looked great. And
Looks good.
I wanted to take Judge. I did because he wants to shut everyone up because too many people are forgetting he's incredibly rare
Who's
specimen.
forgetting him? Who?
Trev, people, if you type Judge on Twitter, the only responses you'll get are like injury prone and overrated.
I mean,
Dude's
they're
fucking-
idiots. They're idiots.
Yeah.
Dude's good. But obviously, I am not going to take the love of my life, Gary Sanchez. It's just like I'd be more happy if I took Gary and he didn't homer than if I took Stanton and he did homer. It's just I'm not going to do that. So I'm taking Gary Sanchez and, we'll just team up opening day. I'll probably have him in the Talkin Yanks pregame show homer draft as well, unless Jake snakes him, which would be a bad guy move because he knows where my heart lies. So I have Gary Sanchez. Those are my picks.
Pretty
Wow.
easy. Pretty good.
On the day Seattle gets the Kraken hockey team.
Exactly.
Too.
Just amping
So-
them up.
Yeah,
I dig it too. By the way, the Kraken logo, everything.
The
about
logo's
that
pretty
makes
cool.
sense.
Pretty cool. So that's the Homer draft. Again, if anyone gets one of these guys correct, they roll over to tomorrow. I have a over/under, Trev, to end the show
Prop
here.
bet.
A little prop bet for you. I wrote it on the sheet. Who will have more hits, the Dodgers or the Nationals and Yankees combined?
This one's easy for me.
What do you got?
I got Nats Yankees combined.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%. I'll pencil the Dodgers in for 9 hits. 10 at the most. And I think we're going to see more than that from the Nats and the Yankees combined.
Early in the season.
10 hits is a lot for a team.
I'm with Trevor.
I had 10 as the number.
I'm with Trevor.
And I was like, they could both shove. It could be really easy.
Yeah.
You like the over, Jake?
Well, aren't we? Isn't it not an over?
Whatever. You like the Nats Yanks?
I like the Nats Yanks. Yeah. Too many good players on both teams.
Are
Is
we
this
gonna?
an actual prop bet or is this a?
No, I just made
This
it
is
up.
Jimmy proper.
We can do real ones, but I just want to end one, and I just made this up.
All right, I'm taking Nats Yanks.
Now, are we going to keep score of these, or
What
is
are
it
you
just for
taking?
fun? That depends on my answer.
Okay.
Are we going to have an ongoing prop bet
Yeah,
scoreboard?
Could be
We
noted.
should,
Okay,
yeah.
then I'm taking the Nats and the Yanks. If not,
Wow.
I was going to take the Dodgers just to splice it up and be different. But I think you would need some
Entertainment.
odds there. You would need some good odds to take the Dodgers.
We'll work on the prop bet portion of the
Yeah.
show.
You guys could throw some on there if you want. Got it?
I'm in.
All right. That ends it, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We will be doing this Monday through Friday until the season ends. Usually there's going to be like 13 to 15
A lot
games
more
being
games.
played. And then maybe we'll tweet out Homer picks on Saturday and Sundays just to keep that streak going. And it won't be a live show, so we can enjoy our weekends. Thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out with us. This will be on Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, and it's going to get its own podcast app soon. Today, we just did Periscope and YouTube. Tell your friends. Get involved. We love you. You love us. We're one big happy family. The Barney song will take us out. Jake, do you have that queued up?
I love you. You love me. We're a
kinda look
happy
purple, too.
family with a great big hug and a
kiss from me to you. Won't
This
you
was the
say
Talkin'
you love me
Baseball
too? Talking baseball
pregame
pregame show. Goodbye.